Prosper. Prosper is a peer-to-peer lending marketplace which connects people who are looking to borrow money with those who have money to lend. Visit prosper.com/TMOS and receive a $50 Visa prepaid card when you get a loan. That's prosper.com/TMOS.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
All right, if you'll just give me a minute here, I'm going into my settings for a second because I didn't do this at the beginning of the show. Some technical things.
The settings.
The settings.
Friday
Paul,
settings.
Paul Masson.
Yes, Mike, you need to select your special Friday settings. A lot of people don't know you have different settings for every day of the week.
Friday settings. It's my Friday settings. We are here. We are very, very excited, ladies and gentlemen. From the Oakton Wine Shop, please welcome our good pal and a guy that always brings great wine, Brian Gauthier from the Oakton Wine Shop.
Thank
Hello.
you, boys. How are you doing today?
Solid.
Brian, dealer's choice. I've got all your pertinent information here. Pick a voice, any accent, any voice, anyone you would like to have read your commercial. Here we go.
God, where do I go?
Anywhere you want. A dialect
James
can
Garner.
be James Garner.
Oh, the late James Garner.
Yes.
Don't miss their Winter Wine Festival, Saturday, December 13th, 11 p.m. to 4 p.m. You can taste wine from Spain, France, Italy, and California. No need to go further than the United States as far as I'm concerned. It benefits Jesse Flesher, USMC. Hoo-yah, the Marine Corps. Salute right there. Marine Scout Sniper Jesse Flesher is a good guy, and we'll tell you all about it during the body of the show. And this is a guy that's going to benefit from this fabulous event out at the Oakton Wine Shop at Chainbridge Road in Oakton, Virginia. Please come out and enjoy some amazing wine and celebrate a great American hero. Enjoy food from Grand Slam Barbecue and drop off a toy for Toys for Tots. Oakton Wine Shop located at 2952 Chainbridge Road, 703-255-5425. And now to throw away the James Garner voice and talk seriously about the benefit here, tell us all about this gentleman, Jesse Fletcher. This is what the benefit's for.
Yeah, Jesse Fletcher's a true American hero. He unfortunately in 2009 lost both of his legs and a couple fingers when he stepped on an IED defending ours over in Afghanistan, and we're trying to get him a home. He being in a needs a handicapped accessible house, and so that's our major goal this year. Last year we worked with Luke's Wings, and as we were able to get some families to come into Walter Reed, this year we wanted to make it a little bit more personal. I've met with Jesse and Emily, and they're fantastic people. Young guy, you hate to see this happen to him, and couldn't think of a better cause to do this holiday season.
Brian Gauthier at Oakton Wine Shop,
Good
folks,
man.
and a lot of you around the country fly in to the D.C. area, and you take the little tour, go up to Jimmy's, and you go to Oakton Wine Shop.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to our show to do
thank
that. And the fact is, Brian's somebody that's always believed that small business and community are tied together, and I think it's one of the reasons that you have the success that you do.
Absolutely.
And we love this when you do this, and we're very, very happy to support that. So get out there. Oscar was just telling me that you got a new growler pour station in the Oakton Wine Shop, right?
We'll be doing growler fills. I believe we'll have, I know we're going to have Honor Brewery there. We're going to be doing their new beer. We're going to be doing fills with that. We're going to have Gold Star Mom, Amanda Chic. She'll be there pouring beers, talking about beers, and it's a great new addition to our shop.
Swing through, get a growler, get some wine.
All right, well, let's get started. This is one of those Oakton Wine Shopping. We like chatting with you. You're a nice guy. You're a huge supporter of TMOS, but the bottom line is you would not be in the studio unless you brought wine with you.
Exactly.
And you have wine.
I'm sure.
And this has worked out well.
Absolutely.
My trip down to South Florida, you keep the wine away from me and don't endanger me falling off the wagon. But I saw Brian open up one of the bottles, and then he sniffed it, and I suddenly had that wave come over me where I said, get the alcohol. Get the alcohol.
Join in.
What are the boys
time.
going to be enjoying today?
We're going to start with Vigilant Sauvignon Blanc from California. It's a nice, beautiful tropical citrus notes. Most of the fruit comes from up in Lake County, and it's a great way to start the morning off.
All right, let's go through the room now. We've got now who's going to be Pony? Is Pony taking a sample of it, or
I will not. I will not.
Pony can't drive when he's sober.
We have done other wine shows before, but I don't remember one when you guys were in the studio and I was back here. And now
we did one. We've done one like this.
Right. I have to say I have a bird's eye view of you two drinking your wine.
Yummy.
The
Yummy
dynamic
in my
is
tummy.
Rob. The dynamic is with Rob. Rob has a long drive home, and the fact is that Rob rarely, even on the shows from my house, would not be a participant. To be honest with you, in the old wine shows, outside of like the holiday party, you're looking at the at the biggest participant.
Exactly.
And he's not there anymore. So I think with Rob's drive, Oscar, you kind of have to carry
Oscar,
the torch.
Did you spill it?
Oh, I killed it. Is what I did.
It's gone.
Yeah, you want to give Oscar just a little splash. Give him one more splash.
Well,
Did you
why
like
not?
that one?
Well,
Very
of course
good.
I loved it.
Great, a lot of grapefruit on this.
Yeah, a lot of tropical citrus, a lot of grapefruit.
Really nice. Great for the morning.
Great for the morning.
It's like a glass of fruit juice, Mike.
Wood notes.
You could, yeah,
Now, see, you don't say that about a wine, Rob. It's not a glass of fruit.
I was joking. Like the grapefruit nose, it's really, really tasty.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan, Brian. I'm normally not a fan of Sauvignon Blanc.
No, I know.
I don't care for it.
I know you tend to go more for if you're drinking whites, more Chardonnay. Something's a little creamier, a little richer. But this is nice. It's light and easy. It's very versatile, especially with people doing a lot of holiday parties right now. And I know we're going to several this weekend alone. And it's nice to have something that doesn't overbear on your palate. And it's very reasonably priced.
Yeah, well, there's so many holiday parties this time of year, and I'm trying to think. Down here where I am, well, to be honest with you,
Oh,
not
man.
that many.
Well, Mike, down there they don't call them holiday parties. Don't they call them visitations?
Wakes, Rob. They're called wakes.
I hope you get some of those great Catholic baseball cards. I love them.
Trade them.
Yeah, with your friends.
Yeah.
I'll give you a St. Francis of Assisi.
Yeah. I'll throw it up against the wall. See which one lands.
Well, Brian is here, and we're going to be drinking wines from the Oakton Wine Shop throughout the entire show. And I guess the bottom line is that, well, I'm still lonely. Thank you.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
December 7th, a date which will live in infamy.
Mainly French cuisine. No, sir, Mayor Daley no longer dines here. He's dead, sir. Private dining rooms are available. Oh, no. I thought it was supposed to be 5 years. Didn't you get 5 years? No, sir, not you. And your name, sir? Rizzolo for 8 at 11:30. Thank you.
Mr. Fabulous, how marvelous it is to see you. You're looking younger than ever.
Wait, you guys can't come in here.
Nonsense, my dear fellow. My brother and I have come to dine to celebrate my early release from the service of the state.
Seriously, you guys, the food here is really expensive. The soup is f***ing $10. Come on, let's go outside. I'll buy you a cup of coffee.
We're putting the band back together.
Forget it. No way.
We're on a mission from God.
Cut it. When is it gonna ask me to call the cops?
You wouldn't do that to me, would you, man?
He just got out of Joliet. He's on parole. You can't call the cops on him, man.
We're putting the band back together.
I said no, absolutely not.
You, how much for your wine?
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
We are live from the Cappy Viper Studios and heard worldwide. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. We are powered by Encore Insurance Services with over 26 million downloads heard daily at MikeO'MaraShow.com and exclusively over the air on the mighty 1630 KCJJ in the heart of the heartland. Go Hawks. I'm wondering whether the wine will improve this little segment.
We shall see. Did you bring us any Spanish wine today, Brian?
I do have one, yes.
Yeah, because today, let us turn our eyes to Madrid.
Ooh.
Madrid, Iowa. That's the home of number 58 offensive lineman Eric Simmons.
Eric Simmons. Ooh la la. That's French.
That is French.
And I'm hammered. Eric Simmons is Spanish, and he gets laid all the time, and I'm buzzed. Allegedly.
The Mike O'Mara
Damn
Show
it.
is a daily podcast and radio show with the greatest listeners on the planet. Why?
Why is that, Mike?
Because they get it. Our show today brought to you by Simply the most wonderful bed for the most wonderful time of the year. I'm talking, of course, about Sleep Number. You know, I've found this to be the case.
How's that?
Holiday stress can really take its toll.
Sure enough.
So
Yes.
why not give yourself a gift that you'll appreciate for years to come? I'm talking about the gift of an amazing night's sleep on a Sleep Number bed. Now the all-new Sleep Number beds are available with Sleep IQ technology. It tracks your sleep, makes you sleep better. Sensors work with the dual air technology inside my bed to track how I'm sleeping. Nothing to wear, nothing to turn on, just sleep and sleep well. And every morning it tells me how to optimize my sleep and make it better. It's the coolest. My Sleep Number setting is an 80. Carlos is an 85. See why Sleep Number was named Best of 2014 by a leading consumer magazine. And right now you can save $300 on their most popular beds. No better sleep. Find your Sleep Number setting today only at one of the 450 Sleep Number stores nationwide. Find one near you by calling 800-511-0061. That number again, 800-511-0061. And don't forget to tell them that Mike O'Mara sent you.
Yay. You know, Mike, it's a little early, but happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, yes.
Sunday will be 5 years.
Sunday.
Yeah,
5 years. Congratulations. It's been a wonderful run. It's been terrific. Brian, time for more wine.
All right.
What's the next
well, I mean, it's
wine
appropriate
we're going to
on Repeal Day. The next wine is Yermont Chardonnay, and this is one of the featured wines that we'll have at our festival next weekend, as most of these wines that we're tasting today. And this is just this... The big moon. This comes from up in the northern part of Italy, and it's got this nice, rich apple pear notes to it. That's got some nice hazelnuts and creaminess to it.
Now, this would be one that you would recommend for Mike's palate.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is one he would love if he drank.
Rob, Rob, being a man of larger carriage, the wine will not affect you, but I noticed that Mr. Santana is leaving his glass untouched.
Oh,
right
no.
now.
I had to chug the second glass of the first wine.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's see.
Excuse me.
I'd like your opinion on it and see what you think.
It's great.
It's flowery.
This is so much
It's got a
fun.
little flow
This
on
is
it,
me
so-
watching TV for work today. I swear to God. Oh, he drank.
Ah, smooth.
Yeah.
Ah,
Look at that.
the French.
I love this.
This is really, you know what? The hazelnuts really
I
do
like
come
this.
through. This is nice.
More on the finish, and this is a great food wine. If you're doing any type of chicken game, if you're doing pork, this is what fish.
If you want to play the chicken game, Mike, do you ever play the chicken game?
Anyway, well, so welcome to the show, and the first thing, because Rob and I are old queens.
Oh, my God.
We have to lead with this. Now, there's a lot going on in the world. For the love of God, right here in the great state of Florida, an unmanned lunar module or spacecraft module that was going to be, that eventually they say could carry astronauts to Mars.
Yeah, it was
I
great.
saw
That's
that.
what, in my opinion, that should be the lead. And it's not. And if it's not on the news programs, then I'm going to lead with how suck-ass Peter Pan was.
Oh, it was, Mike, it hurt my feelings.
Oh,
it really
my
did.
God. So all this hype, I watched your favorite news, Oscar, the NBC Nightly
Yes.
News.
Brian Williams
host-
wasn't there.
because he was going to support his daughter for her big live TV show, Lester Holt. And then they not only got me thinking, isn't that nice that Brian Williams is supporting his daughter, but then they even put a puff piece on his daughter at the end of the news. I mean, I was ramped up. I almost had tears in my eyes because my daughter is a theater kid.
Sure.
And I said, I'm really looking forward
And
to it.
you have a theater background, as a matter of fact.
I have a theater background, that's right.
You've been in this show.
Did you find it by any chance?
I was not able to find it.
Oh, no.
It may be
On
gone in the
forever.
midst of time.
Oh, dear. I sang Captain Hook when I was like 8 years
You
old.
played Captain Hook, right?
I played Captain Hook, yeah.
Nobody!
Who is Nero?
Nobody!
Who is Jack the Ripper?
Nobody!
Who's the swiniest swine in the world? Yeah, well, I was 8 or something, or 9 or something.
I thought
like
this
that.
was something you guys did
Rob,
with Don and Mike.
Rob, is there
I
any
thought
chance?
Dennis Murphy was Captain Hook.
Is there any chance that it could be recovered? Is there
There is
anybody?
always a chance. I was trying to think back to when we got it. Didn't your mom mail us a cassette? Is that how it existed?
I think. Well, I remember actually having the vinyl. They made a record of it at my school. They actually they put it on vinyl. They really
fancy.
did.
Was it a flat record or a cylinder?
It was made out of wax. It was made out of wax. How come you thought you had it?
I looked around. I have somewhere an archive of many of the old tapes, and I can't find it. It's got to be somewhere.
Now, what is that on? What do you have it on? Cassette?
Compact discs. Compact
Oh,
discs in
CDs.
like a folder.
CDs,
So if I can
baby.
find this stack of discs, I very well might have it. It
I'd love
might
to hear
still
it
be around.
someday. For the listeners, it's me with a little voice. Somebody might have that.
Well, you know what?
Stacks
I will,
of
if I can
discs.
find it. What we can do, we can release a single, and side A will be Captain Hook, and side B will be your take on Mac the Knife.
Yeah, those are the two singing presentations.
Mac
on
Tonight.
show that I used to do.
Mac the Knife.
I thought it
so
was Mac Tonight.
I'm really emotionally ready to see this, and then I realized I don't think I've been in the play, but I don't think I ever watched the play.
What's the premise again? Because I've only seen the movie.
It's like people dropped acid and and
It's
went
a
to
little boy
far
who won't grow up.
Yeah, it's horrible.
But isn't the little boy
always played by a girl?
There is the best review today in the Daily Beast that I think I've read, and
You
it was
take the
wonderful.
Daily
let me
Beast?
let me tell you why it was wonderful, because the Daily Beast pan of this touched on everybody. It gave crap to Walken, gave a little
Good.
crap to Brian Williams Jr.
Allison.
and and it gave
Brian
crap.
Williams Jr.
it gave crap to the story. And
Yeah.
they're right. It starts out, you want to talk about a play that doesn't have any energy, it starts out with all the kids going to bed.
Yeah, it's
And
really
so
the
it
construction is
sucked.
horrible. And also, I was not familiar. I mean, I know the story of Peter Pan, but a couple things I had trouble with. First of all, the fact that he essentially is guilty of breaking and entering. I mean, this kid creepily comes into a room of children that are asleep and starts looking around. The whole thing is wrong. It is the worst score. The music is literally awful.
Yeah,
There's
I was
not
wondering why
anything you can whistle in the whole show.
When Carrie Underwood got panned for doing this Sound of Music,
Yeah.
as we go back to our last Theater Queen discussion that we
Yes.
had on this show, I said, well, the music's great. And that Audra McDonald who played the Reverend Mother, I mean, that was a moment that I didn't care about the
it was
show.
great.
There's nothing like that in Peter Pan.
No.
There's not. Peter Pan is just, I had no idea. I got caught up in all the hype. I had no earthly idea that it would be the enormous ball of crap that it turned out to be. And
Hard
it
to
was
look
horrible.
at.
Yes, Oscar.
So as there's a lot of foreignisms growing up because my parents didn't really assimilate, and I watched a lot of Sábado Gigante.
Right.
I thought that Peter Pan, as a kid, the movie was about the peanut butter
No, it's not.
because all I knew was Peter Pan and Jif, right?
Now, was
That's
there
all I
ever
had.
was there ever
No, Peter
anything?
Pan itself was a brand.
Yeah,
Peter
but-
Pan
but-
was a brand
but
itself.
the movie, when it finally came on, and somebody popped it in, one of my white friends,
Yes.
popped it in, or their mothers did, I said, I can't wait to see how they made peanut butter.
Now,
And it was this kid or girl flying around. Blonde hair, if I
would you
remember
have
correctly.
seen it? Yeah, it was probably Sandy Duncan.
Yeah.
If you had seen it, would it have been better if it had been called Pedro Pan?
No. But I remember as a kid, I was like, wow, we get to find out how they make peanut butter.
Mike, he's the little boy who won't grow up. His name is Pedro Paella or something.
And then
Hey,
Captain
Pedro
Hook
Paella.
really settled everything. You're like, all right, this is clearly not about peanut butter.
No, and also you didn't stay till the ending, I'm guessing.
How you doing on that Chardonnay, Oscar?
I'm pretty hammered.
Just checking. Just
I'm
checking.
guessing
Happy
you
Friday.
didn't stay to the end.
I didn't stay.
You
I
laughed. I
gave
saw it on Facebook. You
I
beat cheeks.
Probably. And the post I put up was
Yeah.
much later than I actually bailed.
Oh.
I bailed
Oh,
and
wow.
started watching. You know what I was watching? I was watching Rob Roy. I was watching Jessica Lange and Liam Neeson on cable. That's what I was watching. I
Could you
swear to
tell
God.
any difference between the two plays?
I looked in on the Dallas-Chicago game, and I just still get a bad taste in my mouth when Dallas wins.
Yeah.
So when Dallas plays well, I have to turn that off. So I was just lost in my evening, and then I looked back in on Peter Pan, and saw Walken, who was just I don't know what
Sleepwalking.
he was.
I thought people said that he looked like he might have been on something. Because I didn't get a chance to see it.
He always does. I was hoping.
That is so funny, though. Yeah, that's what somebody says when anybody's out of it. He was on something. Are you on drugs?
Yeah, are you on dope?
taking drugs? Are
I
you
was
on
hoping
dope?
that what would happen is with musical theater, you sort of get a license to overplay it. And I thought, wouldn't it be funny if he really went all in and
Well,
gestured and went crazy?
You have Allison Williams, who didn't overplay it, and I think to a fault. I think the role is supposed to be overplayed. Here we
Sure.
go, being real theater geeks here.
Right.
And you got Christopher Walken, who played it like he would play it in one of his films, and it just doesn't work. I mean, Peter Pan. You know what? A good modern Peter Pan
What's that?
is Dustin Hoffman.
Yes.
Dustin Hoffman played it the way it's supposed to be played. You're supposed to be a larger-than-life kind of villain, over-the-top villain.
Did you think it was weird when they had Captain Hook playing Russian roulette?
I didn't see
That's
that.
a-
I didn't watch
that's a
that.
joke.
no.
That's-
Oh, okay. So
Do you want to
I mean,
hear the numbers?
Let me-
It was
hold
gonna
on.
be
Wait,
part
wait.
of-
I didn't realize Rob was making a joke. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Deer Hunter joke.
All right, thank you.
All right. So as far as
He
ratings,
is getting wasted.
as far as ratings
Kidding.
are concerned, The Sound of Music, you guys loved, right? If I'm not mistaken.
No, we hated it.
We panned it. But
Did
we
you?
liked moments during it.
I thought you loved it so much that you were talking to Carla about it last.
No, he was talking to Carla about how he liked the movie. What
The
I
original.
recall from The Sound of Music is we came in
with Carrie Underwood.
We disliked
Yeah.
the live presentation, but we liked the idea that they did a live presentation.
Yes, that's exactly what I think
okay.
you're absolutely right about that.
Well, America liked it so much more because Peter Pan, as far as ratings are concerned, they're down 46%.
Oh my God, they lost half their audience. That means they won't do it again. Good, they won't do it. You know, they shouldn't do it again.
You're right.
And here's this is it, and this is my last theater geek statement I will make on this. You know why they shouldn't do it again?
Why?
Because it doesn't belong on television. You can't do
Well, it's an
live
animated art.
theater on
It's not in
television.
3D.
It doesn't work. You can probably do opera or something like that where you don't have.
do it on
but
PBS.
doing
That'd be down. That'd be
but
down
doing
98%.
I know, but doing all the special effects, I'm just talking about what translates to the tube. The reason it's jive and you see the wires and you see the kids' hunchbacks as they're hauled up to the sky.
I know. It was so
It was
horrible.
horrible. It was. I
Carrie
mean, the
said-
special effects were horrible.
Carrie just walked through. Now, I didn't start watching till after 10 because I wanted to go through the commercials and stuff. Carrie just walked through and said, "That's a disaster," and then left
It's a total
the room.
disaster.
It was a
Oh,
disaster.
and by the way, if you're being true to it, live, special effects,
Yeah.
wires, and all that. What's the deal with Tinkerbell? Wasn't that a CGI type thing that they
and
did?
also the fairy
so
dust
that's
was
bull
CGI.
crap too,
Yeah,
right?
They really did. They cheated. They just cheated us.
They cheated and it still couldn't save it, and I thought it was hard. And I hope, put it to rest. You want to see a live Peter Pan? First of all, you take your children. That's who goes.
Yeah.
That's what the
You
show was
don't-
designed.
You don't stay home alone in a senior community in Florida. You have children.
F you, Rob. F you, Rob.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you know
viewing
what?
party
I'm
of
only,
one.
I'm only a few years behind you, and I was
Bastard.
alone too.
Yeah, I was sitting alone watching it, and then
man.
just if you'd seen me on my couch watching this, the first 10 minutes, this would have been the look on my face. Alone in Cocoonville, I would have been like,
You could always call us.
why?
We may not answer, but we could talk and hang out.
Yeah, I'd have been
No.
there. I would have watched
Fine.
it.
You know
You're
what?
not
I got the,
fine, though.
I got the. I am fine. I've
You
got the
stalked
dogs.
down the FedEx guy just days ago.
No, that he
Yeah.
wasn't looking for company. He was looking for his TV.
No, but
No,
he needed something to do. So
I'm
he drove
getting
around
out
his
today.
neighborhood.
Today I'm getting out. I'm going to do everything. I'm going to do
What
everything
are
you
you-
do down.
What is your
I'm-
day today?
Yeah, what's
Today
your
I'm
list?
going
You
to
have
go
a list?
golf. I'm going to go golf. I'm going to go out on the
Physical
water.
exercise.
I'm going to go out on the
Oh,
water.
look at that.
Wow.
And then this evening I'm going to go on the motorcycle. I'm going to do all three today. All three of my
Wow.
loves I'm going to do today.
Okay.
Make sure you don't do them
That's
at
what
the
I'm
same time.
This is true. I'm going to take the. I'm going to with my golf clubs on my back. I will get on the motorcycle and drive to a boat and pull it on the boat.
That would be
no.
s-
I don't.
that'd
know.
be a great
What
sight.
is your motorcycle destination?
I don't know. Let's start with the golf, okay? I was
Okay.
just.
All right.
I'm
Even
doing,
money, it's just golf.
I'm doing fine. I am doing fine. It's
That's
just.
it.
I
You'll
was
tweak
looking
your back.
for.
You'll
you know
go
what?
home alone, lay down on the
Yes.
couch, and pass out.
Why did I get psyched into the fact that I was looking forward to this show? Because of the hype machine.
Yes.
The hype machine that we all
The
buy
Michael Mara
into.
show, absolutely.
No. He's talking about Peter
Oh,
Pan.
oh,
6
sorry.
months. Also, you know what? Another problem is the way it was all filmed, and I saw the little exclusive behind the scenes at the end of it. It's all done on those handheld steady cams.
Ooh.
The whole show made me feel like I needed Dramamine because the camera wouldn't stay still. And also, did you notice how often it
Did
was?
you stay with it for the entire time?
I at least fast forwarded through the entire show.
Interesting.
Okay.
I didn't stay. Did you know it ends with Wendy as a grown-up letting her daughter go off with Peter Pan? That's like a Michael Jackson fantasy. How does
That's why he called his ranch Neverland.
it's God, it is so weird. That I think is
It sucked. Did it not completely, utterly suck?
Everything
I mean, that
about
is,
it.
There is
Mixed
no
reviews,
redeeming quality.
but you guys
This
are
is
the majority.
now you say mixed reviews. When you say that, where are the good reviews coming from?
You know,
Savannah Guthrie?
No, Entertainment Weekly. They said that Allison did a great job for. I don't think a lot of people expected a lot from her. So for what she did,
All right,
did
when you
okay.
sing the song, here are little mechanics here. When
Okay.
you sing a song at the beginning, I watched this number.
Yes.
Called I Got a Crow. All right?
Oh.
There's a line that comes at the end that goes, I got a crow. And you hold that note,
Yes.
Allison. You don't chop that note like you're cutting off the head of the person that wrote the song. Do you
And
understand what I'm saying?
Also, and I have a small clip here of I've Got a Crow. It just made me ill at ease to watch her sing it. And I think it sort of conveys audio-wise. This part. Why doesn't she bring any of that to girls?
Well,
she's
I
too
hate
busy,
girls too.
shutting a door and doing things for herself, which is awesome.
Lena Dunham, if I have to, what did he say?
She's too busy shutting a door and doing stuff to herself, which is awesome. That was his quote.
Remember that scene?
She's easy on the eyes.
She really is,
and she's
and
very
a good-looking
fit.
young man.
Very good looking. I mean, she is absolutely, I think, going to have a very long and successful career. But and it also, I mean, nobody. It's so funny what we call people on in this country, with nepotism in particular. Yeah. I mean, they had a story on the NBC Nightly News about this poor little girl from Connecticut, this extremely mega wealthy girl that went to the finest schools. This girl never had the struggle. She really didn't.
She never wanted for anything.
I don't begrudge her talent. She's a talented young lady, and she's great on the show Girls. But really, when you're talking about the dream of a little, it doesn't work. When you're talking about the super rich.
I bought in.
You bought in on that? Yeah,
I bought in because I'm a Brian Williams fan, so I'm a mark there, right?
Yeah, and
so, the fact that he wasn't there and Lester was there and that he was with his family, that was
beautiful.
Sure? That was pretty cool.
It's beautiful, and even the
Lester
guys
looked pissed though,
making $14 million a year, that he can be there with his daughter.
Work weekends.
Now, are you sure that is Brian Williams at the show, or did he just go into hiding?
No.
Okay.
He was definitely there.
Maybe it was shamed. I think the best review of the show was actually posted on Facebook. I saw it last night. It said Peter Pan has a nice gap, and I think we can all agree to that.
Yeah. And by the way, how many people could write more cowbell? Jesus
oh my
Christ.
God,
Use tiny little brains. We'll take a break and come back more with Brian Gauthier from the Oakton Wine Shop, and more fun and more thrills on the Mike O'Mara Show.
This week on the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show.
Hi, everybody. It's Mike O'Mara. This week on the Mike O'Mara Show Bonus Hour. Hey, fruitcake fans, you're going to want to get this one. Everybody that listens every hour gets a fruitcake. Hi, everybody. Mike O'Mara here. Got to tell you, this week on the Mike O'Mara Show Bonus Hour, it's the Nativity. This week on the Mike O'Mara Show Bonus Hour, we have an instructional manual on how to insert a penis into a light socket. It's the bonus hour. I mean, come on. What more do you need? Okay.
The Mike O'Mara Bonus Show, because 5 hours a week just ain't enough. Always available at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
It's serious. That's what it is. Oh, sorry about that. Anyway, welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Can anybody loan me a little money?
Yeah.
Cash.
Like 10 grand?
Oh, no,
that's a little money.
Like
well, okay.
Different
All right. So you can't,
perspectives.
can you? Well, you know what? Hey, listen. I've got a place you can go. Would you like to know?
Thank
Would you like to know?
Yes.
There's a great way to borrow money, whether it be friends, family, credit card companies, or traditional bank loans. You have to pick your poison until now. With a low fixed rate loan with Prosperity.com. There is a better way. Borrow up to $35,000 in as few as 5 days and use the money for just about anything you want. Pay off high-rate credit cards, fix up the house for the holidays, even put it into your business. Prosper's online marketplace connects people who need money with those who want to invest in you. I love this website.
Very
Don't
cool.
run up your credit cards this holiday season. Pay them off with Prosper. To check their low rate instantly without affecting your good credit, go to prosper.com/TMOS. For a limited time, our listeners get a $50 Visa gift card with your low-interest loan. That's up to $35,000 in your account in as few as 5 days, and a $50 gift card. Just go to prosper.com/TMOS. That's prosper.com/TMOS. Other restrictions apply. See site for program and Visa prepaid card details. All personal loans are made by WebBank, a Utah Chartered Industrial Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender. Let yourself prosper at prosper.com/TMOS. When you're doing it live, the slug line after the disclaimer is extraordinarily hard to do. I try to do it,
You
but
killed it.
Disclaimers are not my bag, and anybody that's ever read copy, disclaimers, man, very, very difficult. Very difficult, Mr. Scholarship winner. So we need some more wine from Brian Gauthier at the Oakton
Yes,
Wine
and
Shop.
we have the René Leclerc Bourgogne, 100% Pinot Noir from Burgundy. Most of the fruit comes from.
Look at that. I'm looking at it on a high-definition camera in a studio in D.C., and I'm looking at you splash that around, and look at that color.
Splash.
Yeah. Look at that. You know what that is? That's just a holiday in a glass.
Yes, it is.
Now, you said both Pinot Noir and Burgundy. Now, they're both kinds of wines. How do you determine what this is?
This is from the region Burgundy.
Okay.
And it's 100% Pinot Noir.
Okay, that's a type of grape.
Yes.
So
the French. all Burgundies are Pinot Noir, and all, if they're red, if they're white, they're 100% Chardonnay.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Something new to learn. This has got most of the fruit comes from a little area called Gevrey-Chambertin there. It's got a beautiful, dark, rich chocolate cherry notes to it and a lot of depth.
Yeah, this is really good.
Look at the legs on it.
Yeah,
it's gorgeous.
Hey, there you go.
He's busting at the
there
lingo.
you go. You remember that from me. The
Yeah,
legs,
dude, you
yeah,
taught
baby.
me. You taught
Way
me.
to go. Good.
Remember?
I'm making me proud.
There you
Making
go.
me proud. That's
look
good stuff.
Look at that smile you have there, Mike.
Thank you. Yeah,
Papa.
well, it's just I'm living vicariously through these guys, and this is a day. I'll be honest, this is a difficult day.
It is. I understand.
I like you, Brian. I really do. You come into the studio, even when I'm all the way down here, it's difficult.
Yeah,
I understand.
You got a phobic flyer on a 747 over there.
Yeah, I understand.
What would you pair this with?
Any game dish. If you did like Cornish game hen,
This is
turkey.
phenomenal.
Great. Turkey, I was thinking.
Yeah,
about.
and anything that
Can
you
I
do
see
with
the
a-
bottle, please? Can you hold the bottle up to the camera, please? Thank you.
Can you rub it
Just
on his
show
camera?
me the bottle. Hey,
Okay. Oh, look at that. What
Take
a
a
beautiful,
picture and
what a
send him a
beautiful
text
old
message.
school. That's like an old school label.
Yeah, that's the classic style of this old French whites and reds, and
See,
this
I
house has
love
been
it.
around for years.
this is
French is my way to go, Brian. I know you like Spain. I know you're
And
you're
Italy.
goofy for the Spanish wines,
know.
but boy, I tell you, I love
This is when Mike used to say, "All right, I know you have to go back to work, but just take the rest of the afternoon off."
And a couple of times you said yes, and
Hey,
it was wonderful.
hey, listen.
Let me get the plug in. The Oakton Wine Shop. Don't miss their Winter Wine Festival on Saturday, December 13th, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Taste wine from Spain, France, Italy, and California. It benefits Jesse Fletcher. Let me give you some background. He was a Marine Scout sniper, Jesse Fletcher, of the 1st Battalion of the 6th Marines. He was injured by an improvised explosive device on October 17th, 2011, during Operation Enduring Freedom. He lost both his legs and suffered the loss of several fingers. After more than a year at Walter Reed, he is living in North Carolina, and Brian and company are going to try to raise some money for him to get some housing. Is that what we're doing
Absolutely,
this for?
and true American hero, and we don't do enough. I mean, we hear enough of everything else that's the garbage that's on the news.
Right.
These guys, true American heroes, they're not getting enough, and we're doing as much as we can. We're donating a percentage of all of our sales next Saturday to Jesse directly. We're also raffling off one of my vendors have been awesome in supporting us. If you've been in the shop, we have this pop art. One of my vendors is painting a special bottle that we're raffling off, and 100% of the proceeds are going to Jesse. So it's an awesome,
Good
awesome
stuff.
cause.
So that's a percentage of all the wine that he sells. So get in there and do that. And when Brian does this, he does this legitimately. So
Yes.
the fact is, you stock up on your holiday wines, and you do it coming up. You are actually going to really benefit Jesse as well. And is there any other way to help this guy besides just buying the vino?
Absolutely. You come. You can give me a call to shop. I have a direct. If somebody wants to do a donation directly, I have there's a Church of Good Hope down there. I have all the information. It's tax deductible, everything like that, and we can hook you up with that.
And you can
Very
also
good.
be contacted through Facebook, right?
Absolutely.
Oakton Wine Shop has a Facebook page.
Contact me on Facebook. Contact me on Twitter. Direct email me at Brian at Oakton Wine Shop, and we'll be more than happy to help you out.
If you want to stop by this weekend, it's located at 2952A Chainbridge Road, and the number is 703-255-5425. So enjoy the vino, but we have to move on with the show, ladies and gentlemen. Rob, I got to ask you specifically about my Christmas tree.
Right.
You are
Tannenbaum, Mike. That's what the Germans call it.
Did you go for the pre-lit Christmas tree last year?
I have the same tree that you have, but a taller version.
Okay. Have you had the same problem I've had where certain entire segments of the tree don't have lights, that the lights go out, or do they all work? Because that's killing me.
I've
right
had pretty good luck. What you need to do is sort of isolate the problem. And there's on your tree, I think there's probably like 8 or 9 strings of lights.
Yeah.
And the string will go by itself. It won't kill all the lights, but there's a bad bulb, a bad fuse.
So
That's
does
what you need to
one
isolate.
bad bulb on a string kill the whole thing?
Depends on the lights. It depends. Some of them it does, some of it doesn't. But you know
I'm
what you
sitting
can
there
do?
and I got like this patchwork, and I'm trying to do my Florida Christmas thing, and it sucks ass.
What is a Florida Christmas?
Yes.
I'm putting the
Set
tree.
the
I put
scene for us, though. There's sun.
Well, can we get some Christmas music,
Please.
Yeah, we can.
I'd love to set the scene for you down here.
It's
in,
a holly jolly
in Christmas in Christmas thing.
na,
Here it is. I found some Christmas music.
Please.
Here we go.
That's not it.
I am Mike O'Mara. My wife and son are gone.
No, that's not exactly what you're looking for, I'm sure.
I am alone in my own home. I will not celebrate the holiday. I will only wallow in my own loneliness.
is.
I don't think that's the image you want
Is
to
the
give.
tree fully decorated?
What about
No, we are
something
waiting
like
for Mrs.
this, Mike?
O'Mara to return.
You could
Hi,
surprise
everybody.
her.
What?
You could
No,
surprise her
I
and
asked her.
decorate.
I actually,
Oh, really?
she knows that I put the tree up out on the lanai. We don't have a lot of space here now, so I put it out
Now,
on the
wait.
lanai. It actually sits outside.
She told me that you would put the tree right in your right by your dining room, and it was going to
No,
be
we
an
decided.
inside tree.
Hey, what's the point of that? I mean, that I thought it would be a really cool idea to put it out there, and it looks great out there. You know that the outdoors is part of the indoors here in South.
Yeah.
In of doors and out of doors.
Yes, sir.
What if you decorated it and surprised her? Because maybe
Because-
no means yes in this.
Well, because why no? Let me tell you this.
That's
got
what Bill
some time.
Cosby says.
what it is just take the. Is it too soon?
I think it might be right about right.
Yeah.
Take the pill and put it in the bottom of the wine glass and drink it, and I'm gonna go get into my robe.
Actually,
That's
Mike,
it. Just a taste.
I thought you were gonna go get ornaments.
Mike,
I've decorated my penis with a lovely Christmas ornament, and now I just need you to take the pill. Put the pill into the bottom of the glass and drink it down.
I spoke to
soon.
you. I
Too
spoke
soon.
to your Christmas
Too
tree,
soon,
Mike.
yeah, probably too soon.
And what
Not
the
in any
tree
way
said.
diminishing what that
No.
man did. Okay,
No,
I'm sorry,
no.
but Jesus Christ, we've been.
If you don't laugh, you cry.
I mean, we have. Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Rob.
I
Yes.
spoke to your tree, and the tree said that when it woke up, it had been decorated. That's all we know. That's all we know. The details are sketchy.
The thing about it is, what's frustrating with me is that I looked at it and I do not have. This is once again the mathematical mind that Mike O'Mara does not possess. I looked online how to do this, where you go through and you check bulbs with a good bulb, and
Right.
So not all the bulbs necessarily are bad on the string that's bad. You just have to find that one bulb, or maybe this little fuse. This fuse that's the
tiny,
size
like
of a goddamn eyelash.
It's like a
that I'm-
tic-tac, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I believe the conspiracy is there that they're just trying to sell more Christmas trees,
Yes.
more of the pre-lit Christmas
And
trees.
that's
I'm
the
not doing
problem. The problem is with our pre-lit tree is the lights are like attached, so you can't like easily take out a string and replace it.
Ah.
Now you could insert another string where the dead spot is and leave the dead guys in there and just hope no one notices.
Yeah.
I've done that before.
Yeah, my mom
Just
did
double
that.
up.
Yeah,
You
double
put
up.
like you just put another string in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just-
I have my pre-lit
Probably what
tree
I'll do.
is white lights, but I also add a few hundred colored lights because I think it makes it look even
So
better.
you have a pre-lit tree with white lights, and then you add some colored lights on there.
I do. I have
Why would you
thousands of
ruin
lights.
that tree?
Oh, because I love to ruin things, Oscar. I love to sit
Light's
down.
nice.
and I
Hey,
say-
Rob,
I say,
give Rob some more
"Kids,
wine. Give Rob a little more wine. Rob needs some more wine,
Here we
please.
go.
He does.
I'll take what we
Yeah,
just
yeah.
had.
Ford.
All right, very good.
Ford, he needs more wine.
Yeah, Ford, to get off your ass. Jesus. All right.
But I love to make things as ugly as possible, and if possible, ruin the holiday for my kids.
But Rob, let me tell you something. I'm curious. How about the size? Do you match the size of the colored lights with the white lights, or
Yeah,
do you
I
use
use-
larger colored
I use
lights?
what the classics would call the merry midgets, the little guys.
The little guys?
General Electric merry
You
midgets.
think I screw things up if I go with a larger colored light on the tree?
You would have to put it all over the whole tree, and you need to
Yeah.
put one string of white lights in the dead spot. Otherwise, you're not going to have it looking symmetrical. You've got to fill in.
Is there any way I can repair the string that I have?
If you test every bulb and
Every
check,
bulb, right?
and
I have
check
to
the
test
fuses.
every-
Call the
And-
neighbor
and-
guy.
And
that
you
did
know
your
what else?
shelf.
Sometimes
I'm not
it's
calling
as-
Dennis to do that because the shelf is it's so perfect. By the way,
Nice.
It is so perfect. That work that I did that has now completely dried into that wall. You have no evidence that there was ever a shelf there.
Look at
I
that.
I am Johnny Handy. I am handyman on the spot, baby.
John Q.
That's the
Handy.
way
How
I
are your
look at it.
blinds?
WC handy.
How you doing?
Mike, you know what could be the problem? And this happens because I was the one who actually packed your tree away. We really had to jam it in that box.
Yeah.
You know that a dead bulb will be the same as a loose bulb. Go through and check that all the bulbs are tight.
loosey-goosey.
How do you check them?
You pull it out and put it back in.
Yeah.
Will you pull it out and pull? You mean, but
Well, I
if
mean,
it's
the first
dead
thing-
and I pull it out
Turn
and put it
yourself
back in, it's
around.
going to still be dead.
The first thing I would check is loose bulbs.
Yeah.
Because if one bulb
That's
is
the
loose,
culprit.
But once again, if they're not loose and it's dead, then how do I check?
then you go through and you change. You find a good bulb. You buy
Right.
a brand new bulb. You go to a hardware store and
Yeah.
you say, "Mr. Cunningham,
I got
need
the.
new
I already
bulbs."
did. I already
And
bought
then-
the brand new bulbs.
And then you put a new bulb in, and you keep moving one bulb to the next until you find your weak link. It's tedious. It's tedious work, my friend, but it
Okay.
will work.
I might do it. I might
Yeah.
do it.
You should do it.
I'll do it right after I finish the blinds.
That'll be great.
Oh, no.
That's when I'll do it.
Hey,
I'll make sure that it's taken care
I don't know what the rules are for children, but do you have to keep your son away from the tree because they can pull on the
Well,
lights?
what I want to do is
not a
keep Brian
cat.
Gauthier away from his phone because he's going through his phone, and I'm looking over his left shoulder, and he is surfing Facebook, I believe.
He was on FB?
It's
on
like,
FB?
I mean, really, speaking of FB, when we come back on the Mike O'Mara Show, we're going to open up another giant bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Oscar's going to continue to drink it, and I'm going to debut a brand new feature on the Mike O'Mara Show this week in Overdone Post.
Nice.
Yeah, hope you enjoy
right.
it. We'll be right back on the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. It's holiday time, and there's a lot to do. Luckily, Vistaprint is here to make your holiday cards easy. Every single year, I use Vistaprint for my holiday cards, and you should too. Now, through December 7th, that's the only Monday, Vistaprint.com is offering 60% off personalized holiday cards. Do we have a time on Monday, or
Actually,
is it midnight on Sunday?
It's Sunday. December 7th is Sunday, so you got to get that ordered by Sunday. Yeah.
Midnight Sunday, I would assume.
Get it done this weekend.
60% off personalized holiday cards at Vistaprint.com. Just use our code TMOS60 to get your 60% discount at checkout. Bing, bam, boom. 60% off TMOS60. It's that easy. And if you're not going to find these cards on any store shelf because they are customizable and they're fantastic, add photos, write your own personal message. I changed the text that was already there on the pre-done Vistaprint cards. Yes, Rob Spiewak.
Carrie designed and ordered our cards last night, and they are fantastic.
You got photos?
You got photos?
You got photos in your cards
was
this year?
able to drag a photo over from Facebook, directly from Facebook, onto the Vistaprint website and put our kids on the card. It's fantastic.
Wow.
This Vistaprint is the best and final deal of the season. So this year, skip the hassle, avoid the generic, and go to Vistaprint.com for 60% off holiday cards. Plus, Vistaprint has great gifts for everybody, too. The satisfaction is guaranteed every time. For any reason, they will make it right. You will love Vistaprint. Remember the code TMOS60, TMOS60, TMOS60. We love Vistaprint, and
Love
you
it.
will, too. Okay, so new feature. I don't have any music for this feature, but this feature is called... Wait a minute. I'll do it this way.
Yeah, here we go.
Finding something?
Here we go.
This week in Overdone Posts.
I love it. Nice.
We've talked about it before that you've got a situation with social networking now and online activity where everything is overdone. Everything is ridiculously overdone.
Thank you, Wanda.
Is that Quincy?
No, this is Doogie Howser because
Doogie
he used
Howser?
to use a computer as well.
Yeah.
It's timely.
Are you making fun of me doing a
No,
computer
no,
bit?
No, not at all. I was trying. This is the first thing that came to my mind for a computer bit.
This
I
actually
forgot,
makes
though, we
sense.
have to open up another bottle of wine. What wine will we be enjoying
stop
now?
the music.
Got to
Yeah.
chug that one, Oscar.
Oh,
No,
yeah, I'm
he's,
sorry.
he's on the new one.
This is
I'm
the
on
new
the new one.
We're all
Vinny
on the new
gave me the new one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Del
So
Pino.
this is our number one selling wine at Oakton Wine Shop. We do about 200 cases a year. This is the Locote Tempranillo from Spain. I know, Mike, you're going to give me a hard time, but it's got this really nice, rich strawberry notes to it. It's vibrant. It's got some violet colors to it. It's versatile. You can have it on its own. You can have it with food. It's a fun wine. It's under $15
This
a
would
bottle.
go amazing with a steak, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, this is so good. Oh,
Nice big
Buenos
thick
dias.
steak. Nice big thick
Oscar's
steak.
excited because he speaks the language of this wine.
Yes, I do.
Talk to your wine, Oscar.
Hola.
¿Qué tal?
Mi
He
amigo.
said hello to his
¿Cómo
wine.
estás?
That's all he said.
Hello,
how are
Paul.
you? He said hello, how are you? Hello, wine, how are you, wine?
¿En
Yeah.
dónde están mis zapatos?
He speaks Spanish like I speak Greek. Yeah.
Sabatos, is that...
I said, where are my shoes?
Oscar is from Bolivia, but he speaks like 8th grade Spanish.
I've
which is fun.
assimilated. What's wrong
No,
with
you
that?
actually, you know what? The greatest thing, and Pony will back me up on this. The greatest Oscar you ever get is if Oscar gets a call from a cleaning person or a handyman while he's in studio, and all of a sudden he is Fernando Lamas.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, it's the pressure. It's the pressure of my
The
people.
best is when somebody looks at us and goes, you can speak English, please. Thank you.
That was awkward.
Thank you very much. Okay, so it's time for This Week in Overdone Posts.
Right.
We all get stuff, and you guys feel free to chime in on stuff you're
This
tired
wine,
of
by
seeing.
the way, phenomenal.
It's out of this world.
Thank you.
Here are the three that I picked for this particular week, okay? The Hero Dog. The Hero Dog. Has anybody seen the... now, Pony, feel free to chime in. The Hero Dog. I don't need to see the dark road at night with the headlights and the effing hero dog leading somebody to their hurt friend or whatever the F that dog was doing. I am tired of it. Put it away. All right?
Okay, good. Agreed.
I thought it was sweet.
Did you? Well, it was sweet the first time. It's like 700 times. I've been seeing it for 3 months. It's ridiculous. Number 2, delivering the baby sharks on the beach.
Oh, I hate that one.
Stop showing me that.
And that's an old
please.
one. That's an
Special
old one.
delivery.
Yeah.
They're all old. They're old, and they keep retreading. And people find stuff because they're so stupid. They're like, oh, I've got to share this with everybody that knew it before I did. Duh.
And aren't we supposed to be killing sharks?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, we're not supposed to be killing
No,
sharks.
before they kill us.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No,
hello,
Mike,
control
gentlemen,
the pet population.
Turn the effing
Control the
Discovery
shark
Channel on,
population.
Mike,
for
all
God's
they
sake.
do is eat,
I
swim,
wish
and make
they
baby
would've
sharks.
they would have delivered them and thrown them on the beach.
That's right. Or served them up as an appetizer.
Well, are you ready for my third one,
Yes.
fellas? Here is the third one, Overdone Post. I've seen it too much, too many places, and all the time, and it ain't worth it. And that is the fat guy dancing on the cruise ship.
Yes, I agree.
That.
No, I
the
love
fat
that
guy.
one.
It sucks. Have you seen that one?
Yes, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, but it's been posted by 750 people
Yeah, but
too
who
many
doesn't
times.
love a fat guy dancing?
Is he really that good?
He's not. He's not. And also, you know what I thought when I looked at it?
Phony?
Yeah, padding. I thought padding.
Yeah, phony, and but he's not doing any moves that are anything spectacular.
I'd like
or
to
anything
offer
like that.
this as a guideline for people on Facebook. Guess what? If George Takei posts something on Facebook, we've already seen it because we all follow George Takei. You don't need to share his posts, okay?
Now, is there anyone that you guys have seen in your careers where you think we've seen it way too many times?
Yeah, I posted one that was fake, and I was so embarrassed I deleted the post. But I was into it, where you have a mountain bike, like a mountain biker just riding to work.
Oh,
or wherever
this
he
is
was
the
riding.
fakest of fake.
And
is
the
this
bear
is
is
this the
chasing
grizzly
him,
bear?
and I'm like, oh no! And I actually wrote on my page.
Yeah, and incidentally,
terrifying.
when he turns around, he's busting ass on his bike, fleeing the grizzly bear that's going to maul him, and then he turns around, and you get a perfect, quickly framed picture of the bear directly in back of him, because you can always do
I was
that
like,
on a
oh
bike.
wow, what great
Yeah,
footage.
well, you know, it's a GoPro on like Linda Blair's head. If your head could twist completely around.
So, but my logic was that I know bears can run like 30 or 40 miles per hour.
75, Oscar.
So how fast is this guy cycling?
Bears do not run
It's
40
fake.
miles an hour.
I remember the
I
first
think
one
I
of
can
that
stand.
kind that I remember was the baby. I think in Canada they did it where you saw the baby get picked up
By the eagle.
hawk.
Yeah.
By the eagle.
Yeah, and they admitted that was a fake. And the thing is, there seems to be like a 4-month cycle, and right now is a cycle again of the little baby girl in the car seat singing along with Elvis American Trilogy.
Oh,
guys,
God, and I've seen that 5,000
I've seen
times.
it. I really appreciate when you send me stuff, but check the dates. I've seen it. I've played it. I'm not interested. And there is one other that just won't go away. I have it. I pulled it up. This video is on YouTube all the time, and they keep putting it on my page. I'm so tired of it.
Oh,
because
you
I
bastard.
know how long it is till Christmas.
He played us that
Oh,
time.
he did. I'm like,
Might
wow.
be his best yet. It's the wine.
What a great video.
Yeah. Hi there.
Well, hello there. Hello.
Hi there. Times are fleeting. You better get
Right.
busy. Oh, that's the best one.
Was he doing a wine
Times are
tasting?
fleeting.
He
Times
actually
are
was
fleeting.
so pissed. He didn't even finish anything else. He's like, this is all I got.
This is it. This is it.
Times of fleeting.
Yeah, that is a time machine right there. No one has had times of fleeting since
Can I
we
tell you
sur-
one of my
since
great
they
Christmas
surrendered in Japan.
surprises?
Yeah.
My great Christmas surprise, Rob, is that you, with your anal pursuit of pop culture, have not pursued that man's name. Have not found out who that guy is. Because remember when you did, I think you did all the William Castle research when we were doing that on the old Don and Mike show.
I have written down at home the company that did it. I could
You know the
probably
company.
find the man's name.
I'm Googling it right now. Who's the drunk that counts down the days before Christmas?
I'm sure it will come up. I'm sure it will come up. Hi there.
Okay, so anyway, if anybody doesn't have any more posts, I will move on. My joy was that people were going to just be thrusting posts at me that they all hated, and I guess it didn't work out quite like I wanted to.
Mike.
But, they can't all be home runs. They really
No,
can't,
that wasn't bad.
No, but you
I'll
hit
keep an
on
eye
a
out. Solid double.
You hit on
the
one earlier too, the one that everyone was talking about Cowbell and Captain Hook last night. I
God, that's all
finally
people would
wrote.
say.
I said I cannot go to bed until everyone on Facebook makes a cowbell joke about Captain Hook. So please apply yourself. Everyone thinks they're so brilliant.
But here's the thing, and the body of work of Christopher Walken, the funniest ones, in my opinion, that really made me laugh were his better work in Pulp Fiction.
Yes.
When somebody said, I'm not going to watch until he pulls a watch out of his ass. That was really funny.
Yeah.
And cowbell, we need more cowbell. I hate humor when it's just delivered to deliver it and nobody's
It's
thinking
easy.
about
It's
it.
easy humor. They take the path of least resistance.
I think, I don't know how long ago it was, but it was a very, very, very long time ago that I came into the studio one day and I was going out of my mind about a book I had just finished. And I actually friended the author, Laura Hillenbrand, on Facebook because I was so excited. I sent her a couple of messages, and she was nice enough to respond to one of them. And it really was, it's just she's a terrific person, and she's wonderful on Facebook. She puts a lot of stuff out there.
She also
about
wrote
what's going
Seabiscuit,
on.
right?
She wrote
some
Seabiscuit.
years
She's
ago.
brilliant,
Right? Great
absolutely
book.
I have a
brilliant
quick
author.
question. The first message was that, if you don't mind, I always love when people respond, but there are some eager beavers that once they get a response, they want more.
Yes.
They just can't take that one response. What was your interaction?
You mean you've been, are you to say that you've been on the receiving end?
Oh,
of
yeah.
that, like we all have.
Oh, yeah.
I think,
You know,
yeah.
I'll
Speaking
give
of
you a
which-
good GoPro camera to buy, but then I won't answer the 10 other questions that come behind it. Not because I'm too busy, because I don't know.
Speaking of which, guess who got a reply on a Twitter message, a direct reply last night? Julia got a note from Pete Wentz.
Did she?
Yeah, on Twitter. And it
Wow.
almost made...
From at Pete
Oh,
Wentz?
Yes.
you know what? I was going to check on the family and see how the household is doing after the
Last
after
night
effects
was
and
an
all that.
actual turning point, and this is funny that Oscar says this because she asked a question. Pete Wentz replied directly to her, and it was like everything was fixed, and Carrie right away said, well, get back and reply and say you got shafted on that contest and tell him. I said, no.
Your wife.
No. Just enjoy the fact that Mr. Wentz said hello.
Somebody asked me a couple days ago, is Rob happy? I said, I can't tell you that. You have to ask him. Because you have to deal with, like, why would she ruin that relationship? She could start a nice, hey, I entered the contest, here's my video.
Right.
Instead of saying I got shafted, she could have just wrote something sweet.
By the way, I had the most votes.
That's not
Wentz.
fun.
Hey, if you're not too busy putting on your eyeliner,
Yeah.
I got the most votes.
I know you're not washing your jeans.
But anyway, the sunny lining of that story is the fact that she received a little nod from him. Really
So cool.
made
That's
her
nice.
night.
That's nice.
She
I
came
like
down
that
smiling
story.
like I haven't.
What was the question she asked?
Something that he used to travel with stuffed animals. And
Oh,
she
that's
asked if he still does. I mean, well, no, that's like fan page stuff.
Okay.
And he says no because now that he has a kid,
Yeah.
they have to travel with stuffed animals. I don't know.
And
I
that
didn't-
court date?
I tuned it out. Yeah, especially cutting the hole in it. I didn't pay attention. She was smiling. I took
Do you
that
still
as
have
a,
Care Bears?
So it's made it almost right, Rob. It's
yeah,
almost,
she's doing
better.
much
totally
better.
cool.
Yeah. And
So, I'm looking now, and maybe I didn't have an exchange with her. I thought I sent her a personal message. I think I put
please,
it on her
please,
Facebook
please,
page.
please.
I think I put it on her Facebook page. I think that's all
Oh,
I
you
did.
posted,
And I didn't
okay.
get a response. So she's very active there, and she's been a great advocate for the movie production because a while back, many moons ago, Angelina Jolie signed on to direct this project of this amazing epic. This movie, I think from the mid-'50s, they've been trying to get this movie made of Louis Zamperini and his story. And I talked about the book, and I realized
Unbroken, it's called, right?
Yeah, and you read a book and you say, oh, man, this would be a great movie. And then you realize the story is so epic and has so many massive chapters that are movie worthy that is a challenge to filmmakers, and it can make for a difficult movie. Now, this movie goes wide on December 25th. I was saying with Angelina Jolie, I'm rooting for her. I hope it get and everything I'm reading
She's doing
about
press,
this movie,
it's working out,
that
yeah.
they're really getting some tremendous buzz
Can you-
on the movie Unbroken,
can
which
you
is just
thumbnail the
a true
plot?
story. The plot is really, this guy was a poor kid who grew up in California. He became an Olympic athlete and sprinter, and was actually went to the Olympics. He served his country in World War II. He went to World War II. His plane was shot down. He endured months on a raft in the Pacific Ocean where it would have killed anybody. It was some ridiculous amount of time. I forgot the days, maybe 45 days. 47 days. I think you're right, Brian. 47 days on a raft. Then when he gets picked up, he's picked up by the Japanese, and he's tortured for the rest of his, the duration of the war. In 2.5 years in a Japanese prison camp. It is a story of struggle, survival that is absolutely true, and I'm hearing that they did the movie justice. So as far as I haven't gotten on before movies have even been released to the public.
You've been pushing
and
this
said,
book for a while now.
Go see it. I really think just the story alone. You talk about Tom Brokaw and The Greatest Generation and all that stuff, but this looks like I just hope it wins. I hope it wins because I love the guy. I love his story, and he lived to see the movie. She showed him the movie, and then he passed away a short time ago. You still down here, especially in South Florida, you will bump in to The Greatest Generation. I was in a diner with Carla, and a guy had a World War II vet hat on. And I got a chance to tell him welcome home, and he was in his 90s, as they all are now. And really, it's just it's a cool story. It's a different time in America, and I hope for Angelina Jolie and everybody associated with that movie, I hope they get an Oscar.
We're losing so many of them on a daily basis, and Big Daddy was a vet. And one thing that I'm really proud that my Uncle Dana did is took him down to the World War II memorial when he was at the very end of his life. And it was a tough day. He was wheelchair bound. They had to find parking. But they got him down there, and they made him look at it. And they say, hey, you know what? Thank you for all you did. Because there's two things at play, I think, is that, A, that generation is, and I think your dad represented this too, Mike, is that they didn't seek credit. They, if anything, downplayed what they did. And I think that's a real common trait. And the other thing is that 20 years after the end of the war, when they really should have really received all their accolades, we were at the tumultuous time of American history, the 60s. And I think it got overlooked. And I think it's great that nowadays, though too late, we're starting to shift some focus to them and prove why they are the greatest.
Well, Rob, sometimes you and I are both old school, and I really look at this as, there's really nothing, in my opinion, like a really good old-fashioned war movie. And this has those elements in it, and I'm really rooting for it because I think that it's interesting. It's a PG-13 movie, and when you read the book, some of the atrocities that were in this wouldn't lend itself to PG-13, but I think she soft-pedaled on that. And I heard that when they showed it to some Australian audiences. Or no, they showed it in L.A. To a packed house, and they got a standing ovation.
Wow!
So we'll see. I hope it's as good as I want it to be. The trailers, to be honest with you, haven't really gotten me as excited.
Well, it's a story that takes a long time to tell. You can't put it in a trailer. And you know what? If that PG-13 makes it more accessible to the youth of today, then that is not only a strong business move, that's a strong emotional move because they need to know this story.
True.
Absolutely.
And you know what we need also? Oscar needs more wine.
What?
Yes, I agree.
Now, have we gone through all of your wines, Brian? Or
I
do you
have
one.
I have one left.
Uno más.
You have one more wine because Oscar is going to be responsible for delivering Oscarazzi after this break.
That's
and
true.
I'd like him to have a little more wine.
Mike,
for that.
you direct the show like Hitchcock
Heavy pour,
directed a
Rofo.
picture.
Heavy pour. Don't pour like you're in a winery.
Thanks, Rofo. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
We want to hear.
And
Pat
Rofo,
him,
are you enjoying? Are you enjoying any of this
No,
wine?
Rofo's on the wagon.
That's right.
Remember?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, all he
He's
does
on
is
the
smoke pot.
That and Big Macs.
He's a big pothead. You a pothead, Rofo?
From a mile away, I can tell you this is fantastic. Oh, the smell of this.
Does your
What are we enjoying now, Brian?
This is Honor Winery, Honor GSM.
Perfect.
This is the Grenache Syrah Mourvèdre. This is their first wine they came out with. It's all Lake County fruit. This is a wine. Not only is it wine, it's a great cause, and they give back to the military. They work with 8 different charities. They work with Wounded Walk. They work with Luke's Wings, to name 2 that are local here. Fantastic concept. They have the boots on the label, and it's if you could walk in these boots. Wine is. I was talking to David yesterday, and wine is not just something that you put up on a mantle. It's or drink. It's something to be celebrated. It's a thing that brings families together, brings friends together. It's a moment of celebration. It's not just we've lost a lot of warriors. A lot of warriors have gotten injured. Let's not forget about that, but let's also celebrate everything that they've done and give back back at the same time. So it's a great cause.
What a
David,
great thing to say. I'm going to give that a little round
Yeah.
of applause. I appreciate that. You know what? Absolutely. And here's what you celebrate. You know, we have to realize, I think, not only there it is. Thank you, Rofo.
Rob, for it.
Beautiful label on that bottle of
Yeah.
wine, too. We have to celebrate them and realize that one thing we got in the United States, and on the bonus show this week, I get pretty down on everything. I really do. I get kind of down on all the divisiveness that we have. But let me tell you the way I feel about the United States military. The fact is, we do have the best.
Yeah.
We have the best trained.
Absolutely.
We have the best equipped, and we have, I think, the bravest military in the world. And the guys that do this, they do this all the time, and we should celebrate these guys. Celebrate everybody that's out there. And, they're going out there. They're putting their asses on the line. I've had the honor, and I think the guys have as well, of going to Walter Reed and going to the Matsys unit where they were, you looked as far as the eye could see a row of artificial limbs that are stacked up because they're doing their physical therapy.
Absolutely.
And I celebrate these guys. I really, really do. And that's terrific that the wine does that. I think that's fantastic, and I've talked too long about that.
No,
so
but
anyway,
it's amazing wine. What I'm tasting tasting cherry, dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate. You get a little bit of black pepper notes to it, undertones. I mean, this is a beautiful wine. It's really starting to show its true quality. It's a wine that will last for a long time. It's a great gift. If you come in and buy it from us, we put in a tribute card with each honor wine, and what they've done is they've gotten messages from family members of these fallen soldiers. It's all about their story. We're featuring Lance Corporal Bennett, who's a local guy from Clifton. Unfortunately, lost his life in 2009. Met his family; they're great people. We've got it on our beer on draft now, and we'll be putting these messages out because you do need to learn these stories about these people. It's not
what
just
a great way to do it
work,
too.
Brian.
Do it with something that's fun, and it'll make people think about the things they need to think about. The main question I have is: Oscar Santana prepared for Oscar Razzi?
I am ready and buzzed.
Yeah, and I'm curious: has Brian's voice always been that deep?
You probably had a wine tasting last night.
Yeah, you have a late night.
I had a beer. I did a beer show last night.
Beer tasting.
Chad Dukes get his hooks in you last night? Is that what happened?
Maybe a little bit. Let's just say Uber's a great thing.
Big win.
We will take a break. Come back with Oscar Santana and Oscar Razzi on the Mike O'Mara Show. The holiday. Fun time, family time, Santa time. Oh, I'm going to stop talking like Orson Welles. It's Hanukkah time, Kwanzaa time, and a great time to take some time to subscribe to your 2015 TMOS bonus package. That's right. The French. Yes, folks, you can grab all of next year's great bonus content right now. Subscribe for a full year and you'll get full access to all of the 2015 bonus content, on-demand video access to every bonus show, plus access to the entire bonus show anthology at over 25% savings. It's the most bang for your TMOS entertainment buck. All the info is waiting for you at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Just click the banner marked TMOS bonus packages, you bonehead. They make a great gift, even as a gift for yourself. The best kind of gift ever. The Mike O'Mara Show bonus packages. So get them and get ready to laugh all year long. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. It's only fitting that Oscar Razzi is brought to you by the Man Great. Oscar sells these things out of the trunk of his car.
He does.
But, you can get them easier than that by going
Great
to
shocks.
mangreat.com. Man Greats are incredible. You can probably use them as shocks. You probably use them to get out of a ditch.
Oh, yeah.
They're great.
Traction,
They're 100%
baby.
cast iron.
Great traction.
They're good quality, but they really are supposed to sit on top of your existing wimpy grill grates. And weighing in at a hefty 8 pounds apiece, they ensure juicy, tender meat with no flare-ups and perfect sear marks every time, too. Man Great's patented design delivers steakhouse quality flavor right at home. And with the Mike O'Mara Show special, you get 33% off your entire order. That's right. And for every 3 Man Greats you order, you get a 4th free for you big grillers. Huh? How about
Nice.
that? Absolutely.
Ah,
The
the
Bolivians.
Man Greats.
100% cast iron, 100% made in the USA, and 33% off your order. Order 3 and get a 4th free by using coupon code TMOS. That's the Man Great, and happy grilling. Without further ado, hit his music, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is, back from a bottle of wine, Oscar Santana and Oscar Razzi.
Hey, gentlemen.
Hi.
The Grammys, or the nominations, have been announced.
Oh, thank Christ.
Did you know? And let me ask you this: I'm gonna, and you have the buzzer or the ding ready, right? If you
Yes,
don't
I do.
mind,
I have
okay?
it always ready.
Record
Always.
of the year.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. The nominations for Record of the Year are "Fancy" by Iggy Azalea or Charlie XS,
Right.
or "Chandelier" by Sia. "Stay With Me" by Sam Smith. "Shake It Off" by Taylor Swift.
There's your winner.
"All About the Bass" by Megan Trainor.
Chubsy Ubsy.
All right.
I love that song.
It's a
I really
great
do.
song.
I love that song. That song is, as far as a pop tune, best pop tune of the year. In my
Oscar,
opinion.
as our entertainment consultant, do you know the difference between Record of the Year and Song of the Year?
I don't.
Song of the Year is a composer's credit.
Ah.
Record of the Year is a performer's credit.
What's Best Pop Vocal Album credit?
It's the one that I hope to win this year.
Hey, Rob?
Yes.
Symptomatic of the problems with award shows, too. That's
Yes.
a classic example of Song of the Year and Record of the Year. We have to reward everybody. Everybody gets a trophy.
You know what, though? But I think the Grammys sort of led the charge. Didn't they cut it down to like 6 awards on stage a couple
But
years
don't
ago?
you think Song of the Year should be Song of the Year and you bring the
Yeah,
artist
and
and
everybody
the,
wins.
and the writer up
And
there,
everybody gets a
Grammy.
trophy. I mean,
That's what I
but they
would
both get a trophy. Not everybody. Otherwise, we'd get a
Consolidate. But Best Pop Vocal Album is Coldplay, Ghost Stories,
trophy. Boo!
Whoa.
I like Coldplay.
Miley Cyrus, Bangers.
Oh, have you seen the pictures from her tour? It's like her ankles don't even touch anymore.
Do you know what my favorite song is on the Coldplay album?
What's that?
Tapping that Jennifer Lawrence ass.
Oh, not anymore though. He hit
not
it
anymore,
and
no.
quit it.
Yeah, you know why? Because he brought the he hit it and quit it.
Boom, bam.
Boom, bam, he hit it and quit it.
That's right.
You know, that's because he brought Paltrow along.
Yeah.
On a date. Isn't that why
Oh,
she left
I
him?
didn't see that.
Yes. Gwyneth Paltrow, his former
wow.
wife, and that's why he like would bring her around
they do
to
have
dates
children
and stuff.
together.
She should have been home with Apple. Apple Paltrow.
Hey, Apple.
Hey, Apple. Hey.
Hey, Apple.
Hey. Hey.
Ariana Grande, My Everything.
Yes.
Katy Perry, Prism. Ed Sheeran, X. I don't even know what that is.
Red-haired
Is that a
guy.
country guy?
Yeah,
Sam Smith,
he's a ginger.
In the Lonely Hour.
He's
That's
a
pop
ginger.
He's a ginger.
He likes to hit it and quit it.
Look, the Grammys
Bam
are
boom.
the Grammys. No, it's no, please. It's Boom Bam.
Boom,
Oh,
bam.
No, I think Bam Boom.
Bam Boom is a deodorant and boom.
I think Bam Boom might win.
Hey,
I like
all
it.
you young studs, this is Oscar Santana. Get out there and hit it and quit it. Bang, boom.
That's right.
Bam,
It's
no,
amazing.
no, you're ruining it.
I'm sorry.
All right, moving on.
Yeah. It's
Speaking
got
of,
such a grand heritage, Mike.
speaking of music,
Yeah, were we?
yes, we were. And I'm hammered.
I hear you.
Jeez, let me
I
find
feel
my
you.
link here.
That's right.
Mariah Carey. The reason
You really are
you did
hammered.
this to me.
I know.
The reason why Mariah Carey was sounded the way she did is that she didn't make it to Tuesday's rehearsal.
Say Mariah Carey. Can you do me a favor? Say Mariah Carey 3 times. Say it 3 times fast.
Mariah Carey, Mariah Carey, Mariah Carey.
Hey, you know what might even be more fun?
I'm gonna walk home.
Can you say 3 times fast her ex-husband's name?
Nick Cannon, Nick Cannon,
no,
Nick
before
Cannon.
that, Tommy Mottola.
Oh, Tommy, no. You guys are a bunch of jerks. So she was supposed to show up for a taping on Tuesday.
Yeah.
To pre-tape, and then everything would have been fine, right? She
Right.
could have they would have played it and would have been good to go. But she didn't show up for that, and then she tweeted out the night after because she knew she had a few flubs.
Right, a few.
That the performance was out of her control. That's what she tweeted. What does that mean?
It means that
I
she's
think-
Is she
shifting
blaming it
the
on the
blame.
mix or the
Let me-
sound?
In
blamed
Mariah Carey's case, I think you've got an amazing studio recording artist, and you've got somebody that is challenged with what she puts herself through to make a recording. It's difficult to duplicate that live.
It is,
I'm
and
in
also,
her corner on this.
you know, she's not what she was 15 years ago.
No,
I mean,
but
she just doesn't
Mariah
have the
Carey is a
pipes
singular
anymore.
talent. There's just no doubt about that.
Right.
And, unfortunately, all the other stuff around it, the diva, all that crap, I throw that out, and I just I appreciate what she can do. She can do stuff. You hear it actually even on the bad performance of her Christmas song at the tree lighting. You hear that range, and that range is like Milo down to that stratospheric high. She can't hit them like she used to, Rob, but she's still just on talent alone.
Yeah, you're right. And you know
gotta
what?
Give my
I saw
cap-
some
tip
theories
my
on.
cap to her.
I saw some theories online that also it could have been bad monitoring because if you cannot hear yourself, you cannot sing. And if
yeah.
that's the case, there's probably some of that at play.
Yeah,
so
it sucks. I think people are, everybody just
well, they're
assumes
killing
that
her. We killed her
they're
yesterday.
killing her. They assume that it's just anybody can do it, and it's not easy. So,
almost impossible. Gentlemen, the world of Bill Cosby is going to be hard to get through this, but apparently the latest lawsuit, there's a countersuit now on the table where his latest accuser allegedly tried to extort first $100,000, then $250,000, a $250,000.
Wow.
Are we getting to the point where if this is 20% true, that Bill Cosby ought to maybe just like take a walk out into a field? And
well, some people are saying he should set up $100 million
Gloria
victim
Allred
fund.
said
Yes.
that. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, but I mean I don't know how it's going to play out, but it sounds like Cosby's going to be in denial till the day he dies.
yeah, because he's suing his 17th accuser.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of
I mean,
weird.
it might be a little too late.
And if something goes into court, you're going to see that's going to be the show. He'll regret this. You'll see this, and if it's open court, it'll be you talk about a show. It'll be an amazing.
Not
show.
trying to prove guilt or suggest guilt anywhere, but I do believe there is a reason.
Go
that
ahead,
up till
suggest guilt, Rob.
Okay, the man is guilty because he's settled out of court for 25 years.
Yeah,
the reason that
exactly.
he doesn't want to go into court is he doesn't want the details out.
Right, exactly.
Might be too late now. We'll find out.
Yeah, I think so.
Wrap things up in a bow. We talked about it earlier. Peter Pan's ratings are down 46% from The Sound of Music just a year ago. The dollars spent are astronomical for one of these productions. And you think it'd be cheap, but it's not because they're paying for the actual actress or the actors involved. It's the time spent to actually put on a live show.
They've been doing this 6 or 7 months.
Yes.
And the sets were, you know what? Even though they were hard to look at, they were elaborate and incredible. They spent a ton on this, and they're going to really,
They're taking it up the keister.
They are, right up at the brown, Mike.
Yes. That's Oscar Razzi.
Thank you very much, Oscar. We will take a break. Come back with Rob's Magic Audio Vault right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Every Monday, listen to the gut-wrenching, torture-twisting action on Americast. Get heart-pounding clips from the Mike O'Mara Show. Tick 411, Rob and Joe Show, and Cake and Cookies, the Rob and Katie Show. Hear fans of More Broadcasting say tear apart through More Broadcasting on iTunes, Stitcher, and of course, MikeO'MaraShow.com. Catch the action. Americast, part of the More Broadcasting Network.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Blinds.com. The holidays are here, and the best way to spruce up your home before the guests arrive, Blinds.com.
Yes.
Blinds.com takes care of its customers in so many ways. They have their video design consultation service. It's called Face to Face, and it lets a decorator advise you by checking out your home decor without ever having to set foot in your house. It's very, very cool. All they are about at Blinds.com is making life easier for you. I installed my shutters. If I can do it, let me tell you something. You can do it. And listen, if you don't want to do it, no problem. Blinds.com can help you find a professional to do it for you. But let me tell you, if I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
Easy as pumpkin pie. You can save big on custom window treatments this December at Blinds.com. Upgrade your home with a price that would make Santa proud. Ho, ho, ho! Blinds.com has 10 to 20% off top designers like Levalor and Norman, and tons of insulating shades to keep your heating bill lower than ever. Plus, free shipping on most orders and customer service that will seriously make you smile. They love their job, and you will love them right back. Blinds.com. And now it's time for the Audio Vault with Mr. Rob Spiewak, as we are joined by Brian Gauthier of the Oakton Wine Shop. And Brian, the wines have been great.
Yes, fantastic.
Any double dipping you boys want to fill up before Rob does his Audio Vault?
I'll go back to a little bit of that honor if you don't mind.
Yeah.
All right, enjoy the honor.
I'm
And,
not going to
a
lie.
splash
Great
would be
wines.
nice.
What a fun Friday. I'm fucked up.
You got that time, Pony?
Saturday, December 13th, next Saturday, 11 to 4 p.m.
Yes,
their
please.
Winter Wine Festival. So check it out at Oakton Wine Shop. Rob, take it away.
Mike, at any of your weddings, did anybody crash the reception? With the exception of Joe Theismann walking in during the toast. Did anybody crash
Not
the
my
reception?
first. Not my first one. Let me see. Looking back, let me see. My second one. You were there.
Right.
At my second one. So
I don't think anyone crashed it.
No, I don't think anybody crashed. I had some big sports guys at my at
Yeah,
my
you
reception.
did.
I had a Norris Trophy winner and a Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah,
at
and
my
restaurateur.
second wedding.
That's right, in a red jacket. The only
Joe Theismann and Rod Langway.
The only way I could talk about crashing a wedding is when Brad got married. It was at one of those places that just does wedding receptions. So there was 3 of them going on at the same time. So we all made sure we went to each reception to see who had the best beer. So we did
At Brad's wedding?
Yeah, we all went to all the receptions.
Oh,
But
I love that. That is, and incidentally,
Was
that's
it
a
the
plot.
was it at the
that's
Holiday Inn?
No, it was at the place at Fair Oaks that used to be the
Waterford.
movie
All
theater.
the weddings?
Yeah, it was great.
That's a plot.
I
That's
take
a
that
plot
back.
that gets hatched after you're drinking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Copious amounts of beer.
What's that?
It's the Waterford right there.
Yeah, it is the
at
Waterford.
Fair Oaks
It
Mall.
makes it really convenient.
Yes, it is.
But this is the best wedding crash story I've ever heard. At a facility in Scotland, Roger Daltrey from The Who walked by a wedding reception and liked the way the
wedding reception.
A wedding reception. Liked
Wedding.
the way the
That
band
was your
sounded.
first slip, Rob. That was your first alcohol slip with you.
Not in my life. But Roger Daltrey of The Who liked the way the band sounded, walked in, introduced himself, and performed Who songs with the band at the reception. Check this out.
Is there? Hold on. Stop the recording for a
Yep.
second. Is there somebody singing along?
I think
Is
that
there some ass singing along to the video that's being made of Roger
Probably.
Daltrey because somebody's going,
Probably because it's being captured on a cell phone. There's probably drunken people, but it's still.
You know, we always say you got the most amazing video of your life. Shut up.
Shut
Please,
up.
Ryan. Thank you.
Which just makes me feel bad because no Rock and Roll Hall of Famers came to my wedding.
Wouldn't that be a great fantasy?
All we had was Rudy Martzke.
Wait, did Mike go to your wedding?
Yeah.
And Don?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's
Yeah, we
cool.
both
I
went.
think the whole
Nice.
crew. It was actually, you know what? The wedding was brief. The reception was a good one. I think. As
Yeah, it
I
was a
recall.
very good. It was a very, very good reception. It was a very good wedding too, and we only remember Rudy Martzke and his television and a beer can.
Yeah. Now this is just brief. I can tell this story in 25 seconds. Rudy had a complimentary television that looked like a can of Coors Light.
Okay.
And he was watching a game because he had to write about the game on, in
Yes.
the USA Today. When my uncles pulled into the parking lot of the church, they saw a rumpled man sitting in a car with a can of beer. And
That was Rudy.
They thought Rudy was.
That tells you about the technology too. You know,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
how he
that's
had to
high
get it.
end back then.
Oh, back then.
Right?
1996.
Wow.
Almost 20 years ago.
Probably middle end.
No, if you had like a Watchman, so that's what they called them.
Yeah,
if
but
you
what
had
it
one of
was-
those were expensive.
Yeah, but this was complimentary, like everything in Rudy's
Ah.
life. So there's this video. If you search on YouTube, Meat Beat, MEAT Beat, you will see a girl in pink lingerie.
I usually search beat meat.
Yeah, and if you search Beat Meat, you actually might find a picture of Oscar. But there is a girl in pink lingerie hitting herself all over her body with cuts of meat. And they have sampled the sounds and made this dance track. It's called the Meat Beat, Mike.
They're hitting themselves with meat.
Every sound on this is a hot chick hitting herself with bologna, steak, bacon, pork, everything.
Let me see what the firewalls have here.
And I don't think it would be Friday if I didn't bring you some goats. So
Okay,
here
I'm
is
just kind of hold on. Let me just relax. I'm
Yeah,
just
meat
kidding.
beat.
I'm just letting that wash over me a little bit. And I'm going to assume the video is better than the audio sound because the audio sounds kind of gross.
Yeah, well, it's kind of gross to see it too.
Okay, all right.
The
Thanks for
video
that
is
heads
solid.
up.
Solid.
She's
Bring on
hot.
the goats, Rob.
Star Wars 7, Mike, if it featured screaming goats.
There has been an awakening. Have you felt it? Dark side. And the light.
Oh, you love goats.
I love goats. There's the one.
May the goat be with you. That is your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great Friday, everybody.
Brilliant.
Oh, that's awesome. Brian Goetz here from the Oakton Wine
Hey,
Shop.
Brian!
Thank you very much for stopping by. We really appreciate that. Give them a call at the Oakton Wine Shop, 703-255-5425. They're located at 2952A Chainbridge Road in beautiful, extraordinarily wealthy Oakton, Virginia. Well, we'll be back with a brand new show on Monday. We got a great bonus show for you where we, well, I'm going to say it, Oscar. Oscar says this affects the downloads. Yes, we solved the world's problem. Anyway, that's it. We got to get out of here. Don't forget to buy the bonus package for Oscar Santana and Rob Spiewak. This is Mike O'Mara. What's something going on?
Yeah.
What's good? Why is everybody leaning around? What happened? Did something happen at the last minute?
FanDuel.
FanDuel. Oh, God, that's right. God
FanDuel.
bless you guys for doing that. FanDuel.com, everybody. I forgot to tell you about it. Your season-long fantasy football team, are they boring you?
Oh.
You can get your mojo back at FanDuel.com. Get back in the action. Oh, and by the way, you can win big money while you're at it. Case in point, Chris Prince of Detroit, $656,000, baby.
Woo!
And with Rob Ford managing my team, I'm hot on his tail. Right. FanDuel.com, the leader in one-week fantasy football leagues. They're going to put way out over $170 million this season.
Get on it.
Wow. Just go to FanDuel.com, click on the microphone, enter the promo code TMOS, and they will match your initial deposit up to $200. That's free cash. Just remember to enter TMOS at FanDuel.com, where every week is a brand new season. That's FanDuel.com. This offer ends soon, so sign up today. I'll say it again for Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana. Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
This episode of TMOS was brought to you by Prosper. Prosper is a peer-to-peer lending marketplace which connects people who are looking to borrow money with those who have money to lend. Visit prosper.com/TMOS and receive a $50 Visa prepaid card when you get a loan. That's prosper.com/TMOS.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.